Welcome to Whip It Out Wednesday Writing Sprints. I'm GiGi.
And I'm Sienna.
So
And I'm in the evening and she's in the morning.
we are a little late because we were chit-chatting because
Yes, we are.
we can chat it up. Okay.
Yes.
So the question for today that we're going to kick off is our writing tropes. Why we write what we write. So I'm going to go first, and then Sienna will give us her answer after the break of our first writing sprint. So why I write spicy reverse age gap. I did not start there. I started with a dark romance series that has a ton of tropes in there, and it's like trauma, and I like to blow things up and then kind of Frankenstein people in love back together. And I will return to my dark romance roots because I kind of miss it. But I went from dark romance to my Cougars and Cubs series, which is spicy reverse age gap. So that's older women, younger men. And then that led into Bikers of Boston, which is still older women, younger men. And I like that dynamic because in romance, we see so much of the reverse, right? So men in charge, young women or virgins and all that kind of that dynamic. So age gap. And I wanted to reverse it because one, women have more power than that. I feel like that dynamic of men ruling and and also going after younger, that's been with rulers, monarchies, athletes, politicians. It's so commonplace over the centuries. But I thought women are not so much as recognized for that, and we are as entitled and well deserved as men are. So, and sometimes people think that as women age, we are not as desirable or as sexy or, want that kind of romance or that kind of vigor or vitality. And that is not true. We are all not dead just because we went over 40. So that's why I write spicy romance, because I am older. I want to see the representation. And let's be honest, any single lady, you do get approached by these young 20, 30-year-olds in the grocery store, at the gym. Yeah, and you see it all the time on social media where they're like, look, someone's son is out here chasing me. So that for MILF is very common, and we see it in a lot of things. We see it on socials. We also see it on, those adult sites. So I wanted to put my spin on it where it's healthy romances for older women. So that's why I write it.
I never knew that. Why you wrote. I knew you wrote it, but I didn't know why you wrote it. So very good. I'm not allowed to give mine yet, am I? No.
You can if you want. We don't have a break.
Oh, no. I was quite interested in I didn't realize that you wrote it because of that way, and I should know because I know you quite well. So there's always a reason. I like the way that you can write a trope, though. You can write a book to a trope. To me, that's quite unique.
Thank you. I do the micro tropes. So what she's talking about is I do enemies to lovers. I do forbidden love, forced proximity, workplace romance. I'm writing my first twin brothers wide shoes. So that's way outside my comfort zone. We talked about last time, I have a pitch black anthology. And so it's not quite horror, but I think there's going to be like knife or gunplay. I'm a little hesitant to write surprise pregnancy, just because I've had so many of my readers, not so many, but I've had several readers reach out and say, I've had IVF or I've had problems conceiving. And do any of your books have surprise pregnancy or anything around that topic of pregnancy and children? Because I don't feel comfortable reading that. And I'm not really good at writing it. I got kind of close on Sebastian, which was the second book in the Cougars and Cubs series, where it was, quote, a surprise that he thought it was his, but it was actually deceptive and it wasn't his. It was someone else's. So that's about as close as I got.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't really vibe with that trope, but it's very, very common. There's a lot of
there's a lot of them.
Surprise babies or surprise pregnancies. I just I'm not a fan. I don't really read that. I don't.
Yeah, but the fact that you can actually have the trope sitting there as an outline, maybe is that how you as your process goes? You would have the tropes as a outline, and that's what your book would entail.
My favorite is enemies to lover, that whole like
Yeah,
hate gimmick.
I do. I'm the bully one, and the enemies to lovers is one of my favorites, and second chance is another one of my favorites.
I wrote a great second chance that I love, Hamilton, which was the third book in the Canyon series. But because he's a cop and he's a white hat, he's a good guy all the time. So many green flags, and she is the wild child free spirit. And so I love that one. But I think one of the tropes I want to write is oh, I just lost it. Not wide shoes, but there was another one. Oh, maybe like reverse harem. I think that's what they call where it's more than, more than just two twin brothers. But that's
Ah,
a lot of logistics. It's a lot of
you're
hands,
struggling with why too, so it's out of your it's out of your depth. So really, do you really want to write that?
right? I know. So let's cannonball into a deep end of the pool.
I can't do two, so let's do a whole heap.
I do want to do a wager, like a bet.
Yeah,
Like
of
a bet.
what?
And how you see wager romance where like there's
Ah,
a
yes.
behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And so they're like, I bet you can't get her, and I'll get her. And then he falls in love. So I haven't done
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're very common in romance. Wager, bet.
Yes, they're actually very common movies to watch as well. Like it's been in a lot of the movies that my daughter watches. So yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah,
Yes.
I do like the idea of picking a few tropes to write to, but I will fill you in later, I suppose.
Well, we can get started because I want to hear
Yeah.
yours. So we do,
All right, let's do a 25. 25?
or do you want to do 20? How fast do you want to get to yours?
um, I've got a lot to write as well, so I'm happy with 25.
Okay, we'll do a 25-minute sprint. We're going to mute, and then we'll be back and we'll hear Sienna's answer. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
All right.
I'll mute too.
Starting now. Got to mute.
Oh, what happened? Oh, no, no.
Hey, we are done for this sprint.
For the sprint. I had my kids annoy me halfway at the beginning of the sprint. My son arrived home. She came in. They were bickering. I was like, "Really? Can you just like get out?" And then my son was like, "Are you on mute?" I went, "Yep."
And you started. You said, "I have so much to write," and they're over there like,
I know. I got some done though. It was good.
everybody out.
I was. That's what I said. I said, "Can you just like get lost? I'm writing."
And we have some friends that joined us. Yay!
Yay! Very good. Hello, everybody. Who said hello? Someone said hello. I don't know how to do that.
You can't scroll.
Yeah, I can now, but it's very little, like at the very bottom.
Hello, Andrew.
Yeah.
Anders. Oh, Anders
Me
is
and my scratched up face because I'm trying to.
Sorry, I interrupted you. There's a gentleman named Anders. That's a good name for romance character. Hey. Hello, Kate. Aswin. Michael. Okay, so thank you for joining us. So you're in the hot seat now.
Oh, I'm in the hot seat now. I can't even do that. My neck hurts.
I know. My daughter was like, "Can you turn your neck?" I'm like that. And she's like, "All the way." I'm like, "I don't know. That is all the way." I'm old. What do you want?
Exactly. Yeah, you get restrictions when you get past 40.
Thank you. I'm gonna need you to record that and send it to her.
Hey, we've already got the recording. It'll come.
Okay. So the question that we opened up our live with, and I already answered, now it's Sienna's turn, is what tropes do you write and why?
So I find this really hilarious coming from me because, as I said to you, I find it really fascinating and actually, like, I suppose, I think it's amazing that you can do that because I don't know what the tropes are until the book's finished. Like, I have no comprehension of what I'm writing until it is finished. I have the idea in my head of what I want it to sort of be, and it's only an inkling at the very, very beginning. And as I've written, so I've only written, I'm on my fifth book, and no, fifth book, sorry. And each book I've definitely evolved, but I've written 2 outlines now of a book. And I can tell you right now, when I finish the book, it is nothing of that outline.
Right.
So to even like try stick with tropes, it's just.
You're like, no.
And I did know with Fire and Ice that it was going to be um, enemies to lovers because I'd pre-made the characters prior, like they're in the first book and the second book. So that wasn't deliberate. They were already like that. So yeah, it was pre-made. So half their story was written really. So that's the only reason it had a trope. But it wasn't in my face. That's what I was writing. Like my brain doesn't think that way at all.
Well, no, like we talk to authors all the time, and we always say when you're writing the first draft, it's telling yourself the story. So it's kind of within those lines. You got to write the whole draft, and you're like, oh, this is my story. These are my tropes.
Yeah. So it's right at the end of the first draft. But even then, I really find it hard to figure out what my tropes are. I rely on pretty much my beaters to come out with some tropes because my brain doesn't think that way. And I tend to sort of go brain shy when people go, "Oh, what are your tropes?" And my brain goes, "What'd she say?" What do you mean tropes? Like I know the main one. That's about it, really. I've got tropes now on my things thanks to Mel, our PA. I have tropes and I've looked at them and gone, yeah, that's definitely in there because she's telling me.
I love that. But the truth about it is that we write these stories, and sometimes you don't know how they'll end. Sometimes you don't know how
No, well,
they'll.
never. I don't ever. The day I do an outline and actually it comes true, mate, I am going to have the biggest party.
Like, look at me, pat on the back.
I'll be better than that.
Well,
Get give me a cigar. No.
a cigar and whiskey.
Yes. Yeah. Whiskey neat. Yeah.
But it's true because we're in the creative process. And so, there's no right or wrong way to write a book. And that's why I interview authors on Let's Go Live, because I feel like everybody has a book in them.
Yeah.
And what we see so many authors are like, this is the way to do it. Or you subscribe to Masterclass and you watch all those famous authors and like, this is the only way. This is my method. And you're like, that's not true. You have to do what's organic for you. And
Yeah,
we're
I agree.
for time constraints.
Yeah. No, you definitely need to do what's organic to you. Yeah, there's the 3 acts and then there's the other thing, like there's a few other things and another
Save the Cat, Hero's Journey,
yeah,
romance.
there's like and you need that like at 20% or 30% this should happen and at 50% this should be happening. You do need those pin plots through the whole book. But I don't know, I find I naturally do them without even thinking about it. Like,
Yeah.
um, but you definitely do know. And so I think writing your first draft out and then maybe if you haven't hit all your plots, then you can hit them later, sort of thing, from what I've gathered through my writing journey of just 5 books. How many have you done? How many books have you written?
I'm on I sent the 15th over to Jess because I'm stuck. And so now I'm on my 16th, which is that dark romance, that pitch black novella anthology.
Hmm. Yeah, because you got the pitch black. So I'm hoping to have 0.5 or probably 6 because I've got my anthology as well. So that will be hopefully done by the end of this year.
But you're also a primary caregiver to your daughter. And you travel for her business and her design fashions. And then you also are a business owner that employs 13 people of your own. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes, last time I counted.
you're burning the candle at all ends, both ends, all of them.
Yeah. I do only do my writing at nighttime with you. And I do 2 mornings. I do try and do 2 mornings a week with CH Dress.
Yeah.
Depending on what my workload is, and what time my first person I've got to see is. And then the weekends I always put in at least an hour or 2 on the weekends. So, yeah.
I mean, but that's a lot. There's no downtime for you, really.
But I think the writing is my downtime because the writing's me. Like, I think we talked about this before, like, as mums, you go through life and everything's for the kids and the family. There's nothing actually solely for you,
Right.
where this is solely for me. So there's no, it's my selfish moment.
And then you said your hubby wants to be a part of it too. And you're like, no.
No, 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 no. Yes, he does.
Just
Really does.
please. I'm going to hang out with hot fiction guys. Okay. So you know.
No, he just thinks he thinks he's in the book. So
Okay. Sure. Honey, you're in there. You are.
yeah, he goes, I know it's about me. And I'm like,
Sure. We'll stick with that. That's how
yeah.
they married as long, happily married.
Yes. Well, he just has to keep living the life he lives the way he lives it because that actually gives me the fuel for my books.
Hey, perfect. Yeah, because he's a biker.
Well, no, he's not a biker. We are family members that.
I thought he rode with your cousin, or is it your boys that ride bike?
No, my middle son rides. Then he has a cousin or a couple of cousins that are in different clubs.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I thought he rode because you have your motorcycle consultant.
Yes. No, that's the cousin.
And your son, your husband, and your motorcycle consultant cousin.
Yeah, consultant. Yeah, so no, they're just consultants. And then I have the consultant of the other world as well. So, but they used to so the boys, or my husband, I'll talk about my husband, um, used to do the security at the nightclubs, and it was one of the big nightclubs in the city, and it had like 10 owners. So there was, you know, different people owning it is all I'm going to say. lots of colourfulness happened in there that you sort of,
Lots of morally gray.
yeah, great people, great people. So yeah, so like, I watched a lot over, and I said, colourful life, yeah. So, and then your imagination explodes from little things that happen, and my boys get themselves into freaking nonsense all the time, so that helps me.
Yeah, I know. I'd love to hear stories about your boys. They're in their 30s, right?
They're still they're still doing shit that they shouldn't.
Boys, boys will be boys. Yes.
Yes, definitely. Yes, but no, it's good. Like anything. I think anything in life though you can write a story from. Like you can watch somebody just do a burnout in front of you in a car because they're taking off. You don't know why they're taking off, but your whole mind goes into the story and goes, "This could be this or this. What do you reckon they're running from?" And you just explode. I think my middle son's a bit like me. So when you watch a movie and you don't like the ending of the movie, I'm someone who's always done it, and I thought I was the only one that did it. I would pick the movie apart and reformat it in my head the way I wanted it to finish. And then my middle son, had too much to drink one day, and he started telling me all this stuff, what he wishes with certain movies. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're like me. You are so much like me.
Okay.
He goes, I know.
We all did that with Game of Thrones because if you watch Game of Thrones, that ending sucked.
Yeah, he was the biggest one with that one. I haven't watched the ending of Game of Thrones. Jason Momoa died and came back to life again, and that was me done. It was just like, no, don't watch it now.
What was that, like the second series or something? There was so much
I think
more.
it's the first. I think it was I think it was the end of the first series. Might have been into the second,
There's
but
like
I was just done.
6 more years or something like that. Or
It was. I was like, how could you kill him?
they killed Drago. Never. Y'all are judging me now.
Yes. So yeah, that was done for me. So I was like, yeah, you know what? No. And then my son's like, Mum, you've got to watch the rest. And I'm just like, yeah. And then he's like, she's like the dragon queen or something. And I was like, maybe soon. Well, she's going away soon. So that could be what I watch.
Oh, yes. We can
Because I watch a lot of PG stuff while I'm with her. So once she's gone, I can watch the other stuff.
And then we'll be here every day talking about Game of Thrones update. And everybody be like, girl, you're about 10 years too late. You're like, I know.
Yeah. I'll be like, you didn't tell me this.
I know.
Yeah. No. So yes, very good. Very good. We really went from tropes to all sorts of other crap, didn't we?
We do that, me and you. We wander all around the forest, lost and alone.
See what else we can find.
That's why we live close. It would be dangerous. We would get nothing done.
No, we wouldn't get much done. We'd be like Thelma and Louise, I reckon.
Yeah, we would. But you could hang out at my house and you could have
As long as we pick up Pity on the way, we'll be right.
And Bulldog will be as obsessed with you as he is with me.
Yes, he would be. I'd probably spoil him.
Oh, God. He is his own favorite. I tell you, you ask God for an obsessed man and he sends you a bulldog.
Yeah, yes. I've got my big boy's like that. He's a mastiff, and he has this very cute face that he always wants your attention.
Well, I will show you because we're right here. We're right there. Yeah, there's me.
He's a mummy.
Yeah. So that's where we're at.
Oh, he's cute.
He's something.
So cute.
So are we going to do 20 or 25 minutes this next break?
Let's do 20.
20. And I have to charge my phone. So
I've got my charger on mine. Actually, no, it's dead now. Luckily, there's this is my charger.
oh, I need one of those. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's good.
you start us, and then I have to go get my.
Yeah, sounds
Okay.
good.
And then I'm going to mute because the bulldog's right here.
Yeah. Me too, because I talk.
And I sing. Hey, We are done. Hey, Jack. Hey, Kate. Hey, ATB. We have a few more folks working with us.
Hello, hello, hello.
Okay, how'd you do?
Good. Good. I've actually outlined the last couple of chapters because I'm like, keep going out left, and I'm like, I've got to bring this all in. So I know what little things I have to hit, and I've just put little things in each chapter going, cover this part here, cover that part there, cover this part here.
Okay, you had the cutest smile. Like when you lean back, you're just like, like it was so cute.
Oh gosh. Yes. Well, my brain's not being cute right now.
I know, but it was just so cute. Like, oh, I got a secret, and I think that's so sweet because it is like that. Like when we get to where all of a sudden we know how the rest of the story ends, you're like, oh, light bulb moment. It's so exciting.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So I've just like gone through and done just key points, like bullet points of what I think needs to happen. Let's see if I can stick to it.
Yes, we'll see. Me and you are major pantsers.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, you do know how it ends because we write romance. So it has to either be happily for now or happily
Or a
for
hang. or a cliffhanger.
or a cliffhanger, which readers hate, but we love to do as authors.
Yeah. Yes. Now this should be the whole lot tied in this book. I'm hoping. I don't know.
Fingers crossed. Well, okay, I got out my dark romance, and his name is River, and her name is Helene. And someone wrote kind of a badass chapter. I don't remember. I know. I was like, damn, this is good. Who wrote this? Oh, I did. I wrote that in, like, I think it was June. I sat down.
Good.
I'm taking a page out of your book and I'm keeping the chapters short because, I like to write my 5,000 epic, spicy scenes. We're like, you're
I'm
not.
lucky to get to 2,000. Lucky.
I mean, I didn't start there. I have like one major slow burn romance that, well, my debut had like zilch, almost no spice. And then the next second book I wrote, it was a slow burn that had almost zilch. So now I'm like, girl, bring it. Bring it.
Yeah. I must admit, I feel they're getting better detail. You know how CH was talking about it's the not just the detail, but the body beats and all that sort of spice it up a little bit more. So I think I'm growing in that area, but I'm still like a little girl when we talk about it. I go,
You're like, I'm going to talk about that.
I've got two grown boys that are like 30. I shouldn't be giggling over, but I do.
Last time I checked, we're not having miraculous babies. So,
Yes.
yeah. If you're a mom, we know that something happened at some point.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
We'll leave it at that. Uh, yeah. So anyway, that one's 1,000 chapter, 1,000 words. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to take a page out of Sienna's book. We're going to keep these like short and snappy. And I don't know how many I'm going to write. Gotta go find my glasses.
Kate, trying to make it harder on your editor. Yes, I am, Kate. Hi, Kate. She's my editor.
Hey, Kate. Yeah. Kate's like,
Yes.
let's talk about some overall craft tips, writing craft tips.
Yes. Yes. Kate, remember I said it would be at your door and by October? 5 more chapters. 5. And then developmental editor, then you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm so behind. Well, not behind. It's just gone longer than I thought it would go. Anyway, it's looking good. I think it's looking good until somebody puts me back in my box.
Okay, well, give yourself grace because you've worked really hard on it and you're so
Yes.
close to the end.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Then you did fail out. I cheated. I was like, I don't know what to write. Jessica, send it over to my development editor. I'm like, new
I did that with book 2. I sent it to her for her to go through developmentally and then to sort of start workshopping with me different endings, because I was like, I'm just lost. I don't know where to go with this. And then it all took place and it's gone on to 2 more books.
Okay, I love that. I'm going to use that word, workshopping. Mm.
Yeah, workshop it.
Okay.
Work it, girl.
Workshopping. Rather than be like, I don't know what to write. I'm stuck. I don't even feel these characters. We are workshopping. Okay.
Bring it on.
I'm super important like that. So you
Of course. Us Aussies are always important. Don't you know this?
obviously
Either we just make up words to make us sound important anyway.
Brekkie.
Yeah, I was going to say that, like brekkie, servo,
What do you call this?
Dewey, Yui.
My favorite is like we call them speedos. Y'all call them buggy smugglers.
Budgie smugglers.
Budgie. It cracks me up. Yeah.
Yes, budgie smugglers.
If you're in Texas, we call those banana hammocks.
Oh, so the banana hammocks are the ones that those guys wear. It was on a movie and they're like over the here as well.
Those are tankinis. They're like male tankinis. Yeah.
I would call them hammocks because they've got the arms.
When you go to Europe and if you're on any of the beaches like Spain, Italy, France, and the women are topless, the men are like wearing itty bitty teeny tiny. I'm like, I think my underwear are bigger than your bathing suit.
Yep.
And I don't have to worry about anything falling out. They
Down
do.
there.
They don't
Yeah.
care. I think it's part of the advertising.
Yeah. I watched it on some comedy movie, but yes, no, definitely out of my zone.
Well, I think Barat, you know that movie Barat?
Yes, that was it. Yes.
No, that's not who we want wearing tankinis. No.
I really don't think I want anyone wearing tankinis, to be honest.
Chris Hemsworth, okay?
No.
With all those muscles, but if it's like Sharpie, if it's, like a Sharpie or like only the Sharpie cap.
I just think it's, you know how clothes can make you sexy other than, if you've got the right clothes on to nothing. I think it's the same with that thing.
Yeah. Sometimes there's like too much advertising or sometimes there's false advertising where the machismo.
I would laugh too much at something like that. I don't think I could take that seriously.
No, well, they'll have like a huge ego and then they wear like a little tankini and you're like, that don't match. If we're going to have a big machismo, then you need to,
Yeah.
Let's not.
I think board shorts are better than budgie smugglers. They're definitely. Board shorts so much better.
Yeah, because the surfers wear them. Well,
yeah.
We're not going to be able to put any of this on social media.
Really? Do you reckon? Probably. Yeah, we can. Let's just do it and see what happens. Probably get lots of likes.
Hey, in our defense, we write romance, so we're experts.
We're workshopping.
Exactly. It's going to be my new word of the day, workshopping.
Workshop. I'll DM you tomorrow to workshop.
Yes, let's do that. Meet me in the DMs. Okay, so on this really super low note, like on the bottom, on the ground low note, we're going to wrap up and sign off. We are here going live Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We are at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time.
9 p.m. Australian Western Standard Time. Yes. I went it wrong and you really threw that at me that
time. You're like, I need forewarning. Okay. AM CST, 9 p.m. AWST, Mondays, Instagram, 8 a.m., Substack Wednesdays, and then TikTok on Fridays. So we would love to have you hang out with us. And then maybe in the future, we have all sorts of big announcements coming. So,
Yes. Yes. We've got lots of big things happening, I think.
I know. I'm so proud
Next.
of us. Let's just pat us on the back together. Yeah.
I know.
Exactly.
Where's my cigar and whiskey? No.
I know. My whiskey neat. Okay. Anyway, you guys, until next time, keep writing.
And we'll see you Friday.
See you
TikTok.
Friday. Ciao for now.
Bye.